Diane, good evening, and this is it. The final 10 miles on that stretch, that long, painful journey from Somalia here to the refugee camps in Kenya. So many families have left loved ones behind on this route. They were simply too weak to make it. Mothers carrying their children, facing bandits and blistering heat, and they have all done this because there is no food where they come from. Our trip along a perilous and now well-worn route. How long was her journey? 10 days, she tells us. These are all her belongings from Somalia? Yes, she answers. Her own children have run ahead. She and her children had anything to eat. 6 days. And then they're brought inside to actually be registered. And I wanted to show you what these families go through here. There's actually a computer that they leave their fingerprints on to register. Each family will do this. And then they're presented with one of these yellow bands. But the big question is, once they get the band, they get a ration that lasts 20 days or so at the most. But it can take 2 months before these families actually get into the refugee camp. They're given a ration of food. But my question is, in many cases, they wait 2 months before they can get into the camp. There's a huge gap there. That's true. And is that a problem? It is a problem. Cheerful enough to give me a high five. And as we approach, the first ones to greet us, the children and those smiles racing to keep up with us. You can really see that they have sprouted up 10 cities here as far as the eye can see. And the doctors who now come to them.
Yeah, this is MSF ambulance.
This is an ambulance. This is an ambulance.
MSF ambulance.
When you see malnutrition in 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, right, that's a sign of how deep the famine is, right?
Yeah, how deep the problem is. It's like a sign of starvation.
Soon see what we did outside. I tried to capture the moment they were off. And inside this maternity ward, another mother who just finished one trying journey.
Hello. She gave birth to her baby on the way?
She delivered on the way coming.
Yeah, on the way coming from Somalia.
That mother and her newborn at the refugee camp tonight, and there are likely thousands more still coming behind them. These mothers tell us that they make this journey not only to find food, but a future for their children. Diane?